Right, so I have a quick story. Hopefully, it's interesting. I'm not sure it's funny or not. I just hope it doesn't waste your time. So, um, there's this girl that I see on and off, and we always have a blast. And whenever we get together, again, it's few and far between, and when we do, it's for a couple days at a time at the most. So, that said, whenever we get together, we drink heavily. And honestly, I don't roll like that no more. But she does, and so like you kind of want to be in on it. You don't want to be like oh God. So I'm trying to hang in there. That said, one of the days, we hung out. We're having lunch, and as we're having lunch, we're just bullshitting and chatting. We're pretty open, with each other. We've known each other for years, and then so I said, so for some reason or another, we start talking about don'ts in the bedroom, whatever, and not so much more between us as much as other people, from her and me. So I start telling her mine, and then she starts telling me hers. And as she's telling me hers, I have like a fucking flash in my fucking head as I got a fucking chewing on a fucking taco. And I was like, yo, I go, hold on a second. So um, I end up, I'm going to segue back to that in a second. So when I was a kid, my dad's always been a bit of a joker. He does this thing like he's a little bit corny, but super lovable and he's amazing. That said, when we were kids, whenever you were in the car, whether it be me, my brother, or my cousins, whoever it was, if it was your first time that you were going to be in the passenger seat with my dad, you were going to get this joke put on you, right? And the way that the joke worked was whenever he was going to back out of a parking spot, what he would do was, I don't know, obviously some the cars don't all have rear view cameras now, but back in the day there were no cars that had that. So in order for you to back out, you had to kind of put your hand out and contort your body to look back and back out that way. So my dad's little joke was that he would put his hand on the headrest and that he would accidentally slip as he's backing out and hit you in the head. Not super aggressively. It wasn't like that. It was just more like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," And that was his joke to every single person. So, so now back to the restaurant. So now we're chatting, and I go, "Yo, I want to tell you some shit. I think that the thing that you don't like the most, I accidentally did to you, whether you remember it or not." She's like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "One of the times we hung out, and I'm just realizing this now, is that you were super bagged up. I wasn't feeling well that day, so I was drinking like just like a beer by that time because I was just I wasn't feeling well, and then I only drank that beer because I just wanted to try to stay one to one with you, but obviously that wasn't the case. So you sat in the passenger seat, and then I was ready to go. I was driving, so I'm ready to back out, and I felt like I was gonna be kind of flirty, and I grabbed I went over to like I didn't have my rear view camera. I pretended like I was the old school days, and I was gonna do what my dad used to do when I was a kid. So basically, sure enough, I go to back out the car. I got my hand over here, and I'm contorting my body, and then all of a sudden, as I'm backing up the car, boom! I accidentally hit her in the head. Again, super gently, but she gave me this look of like, "Yo, don't do that shit. I don't like that shit." So sure enough, I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck?" I said, "All right, no worries." But the look she gave me was fucking like she was gonna kill me, and I was like, "Yo, all right, you got it." So we end up leaving. We spent the rest of the time together. We're having a good time. What happened was, I go, I bet you that we got into the car, you were super fucking hammered, and when I accidentally hit you, I didn't accidentally, when I hit her in the head, she thought I was pushing her head down so she could give me a blowjob. Because that's got to be, so I'm telling her the story and how I remember it. So she's like, "Oh my God, that's for sure what happened." because again, like she was super tipsy at the time. There was other times that I'm super tipsy. That we're both super tipsy. One's taking care of the other, and it's a fucking mess. But I just thought it was hilarious that I accidentally did, or in her head, I did what she did like the most. So that's my story. Because when everybody's drinking, it's like, you need both of your powers combined to try to make one memory up. So, all right.